Child, I mean, this month went by, what it felt like 2 months in one. First of all, January always feels so damn long, but the amount of crap that's gone on in January is unbelievable. So let's start at the top of the chain with the drama. Chris Brown. Now, if you heard about Chris Brown, you heard that he was accused of allegedly assaulting a young woman, sexually assaulting a young woman while in Paris. He was with his girlfriend and his crew, and I guess his bodyguards were also accused, or one of his bodyguards were also accused. And normally, when these sort of stories come out, especially in regards to people who are second time offenders or third time offenders, it sounds fairly much like it's true. However, in this case, this story to me sounded like it was a little too well timed, to be exact. Chris Brown just got the rights to he's one of the first, if not the first, young black artist to have all the rights to his music to be able to distribute how he so chooses. And he was just writing a big deal with a large record company, or to create his own production company, something along those lines. But all we know is that the deal was big. And then days later, this young female comes out and says that he was sexually assaulting her at first. And I think that's why Chris Brown was so quick to jump up and be like, bitch is lying. Because just like how when Bill Cosby was in the process of acquiring a large network to create more job opportunities and create more opportunities for black creatives to showcase their work and be on TV, though all of those allegations came about, yes, some of them are true, but anyway, that's another story. I'm not talking about Bill Cosby. So Chris Brown decided he was not going to let this stand and decided he was going to let everybody know this is not true. It did not happen. He was, in fact, there with his girlfriend and is now seeking to press charges or to seek defamation of character, or he filed a defamation of character lawsuit against the young woman. She did come out and say that it wasn't him after the fact. I just find that because it's, there's certain young men or certain black men that have names that are just easy to call. And in this day and age, with the movements of women and people speaking out about being assaulted, it's almost like there are the real victims, and then there are the, what do they call them? The cry wolfers. The people who figure this is a large name. He's been accused of something like this before. I'm a young white female, or whatever the case may be, because it's often those storylines. And I'm going to call rape because if I say so, they'll believe me. When in fact, it's not that. So that case to me was something very unique from his normal situations or the normal stories that go on about him. I did not believe it. And I stand for him in this one. So there's that drama. Now we have the game. The game decided he was going to come out with some new music and was doing like I don't know what they call it when they're showing, listening party for his new song. And in his song, it had a line about the time he was with Kim Kardashian and how she swallowed his kids and so on and so forth, and some explicit crap. And then also mentioned Jenner, one of the Jenner sisters, Kylie Jenner? Yeah. And the drama was that, he was supposed to be taking the line out because a lot of his friends were like, boy, this is a bad idea, and he decided he was like, no, I'm going to put it in, I'm going to let it be. And it's just, to me, it's like, the question is, can you talk about something that happened so long ago with Kim Kardashian? Because it was a fact. Like, why are you tagging yourself to this girl's name? Is it because when you say Kim Kardashian or Kanye West, you become trending? Is it because you really want your song to be popular? Because what have I heard from the game in the last little while? Nothing. Okay. So to me, this whole idea of putting Kim's name in the song and talking about Kylie Jenner and how he made her cereal in the morning, it's just a means for him to get his name out there and to be heard. The simple fact that I'm talking about it is proof in and of itself that this is what he wanted. It's a publicity stunt, a means of getting him spoken about, because otherwise, who was talking about the game? Right. Moving on, we have the Fire Festival documentary on Netflix. If you have not watched this, please take the time and watch it, and watch how, to me, the problem with this whole thing has to do with this generation of young people who think that creating successful businesses is as simple as having a great idea and knowing the right people. 9 times out of 10, you might be lucky, but other times, I think people forget that it takes real time, real planning, real organizing, real networking, real making connections, and real building up a business plan before you can just be that guy. What we just happen to see people in all their glory in the moment of success, but we don't always know what happened behind the scenes. And to me, this documentary proves that these two, Ja Rule, of all people to hitch your wagon to, Ja Rule and this young guy, Billy, had no real idea what they were doing, but because they figured people know our names, we have money, We got it like that. We can get it done. Wrong, you fool. At the end of the documentary, it did say that he was, spoiler alert, said that he was being sentenced up to 6 years in jail. But he did make a statement that I think plays plays a big role into what the reality of it is. He said, I'm not going to jail. Regardless of everything he's done, he looked at somebody in that documentary and said, I'm not going to jail. And you know what? I believe him. And if he does go to jail, he'll probably do a year, maybe 6 months, and then get out. With everything that he did and the amount of people he wronged and lied to and the money he said he had, alleged he had to these investors and stole outright from. I'm not so worried about the little rich kids because, well, you hear something and it sounds like the coolest thing, the new trending thing, and you throw down hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's on you. But for the investors and the people who thought that they were really dealing with businessmen, I think it goes to show that I feel bad for those people, but I think it says a lot about the climate that we're in regards to businesses and people making a name for themselves in this era. People need to spend more time building your name, building your brand, and people need to spend more time investigating the people that they're giving their money to. Not because they're the hottest new thing. That it can't always be based on that. And with the social media world we're living in, Fire Festival is reason number one why people need to take more time in being real with themselves, being real with this world, this industry, and just stop shoveling so much fake, phony bullshit. That whole thing was about 6 or 7 great pictures and 6 or 7 great videos posted on social media, and it blew up. That's what it is. Videos and pictures that they posted with those models, and they put it on Instagram and put it out there, and it blew up. Social media did it for them. Social media is the reason why Fire Festival was a shit show it was, as far as I'm concerned. Because those fools never really had anything planned, but all they had to do was put it out there, have a mildly smart marketing plan, boom, done. So, on them, they're dumb. Next thing we want to talk about is congratulations to Miss Cardi B. She has announced her residency in Las Vegas, honey. Yes, I am excited for her because I would love to go see her, and knowing that she'll be in one place makes it a lot easier. So, big ups to Miss Cardi B. There's also been word that the FBI is officially announced that they're investigating R. Kelly because recently, the other day, he had flown a young woman out from one state to another with her parents' approval, and so they're finally investigating him. So let's pray that something comes from that. And finally, the most recent news is Jussie, how do you pronounce it? Smollett. The young man from Empire who played the homosexual son, an amazing artist, regardless of his homosexuality. He's also an advocate in real life and just an amazing person. And he was brutally attacked the other day. Decided he was going to go to Subway and was attacked by Make America Great Again supporters. And what they did to him, to me, is unspeakable. I guess, first of all, to backtrack, the Empire set was receiving threats specifically to this young man about being homosexual and being black and being proud. And he was offered additional security and chose not to take it because, well, what the hell world are we living in? What year is this, right? So he decided he wasn't going to do it. And then I guess on Tuesday, he was going to go out for a Subway sandwich and was maliciously attacked by Make America Great Again supporters, 2 men who were throwing racial slurs at him and wrapped a noose around him, which is disgusting, and poured bleach on him and just felt like they were doing, I mean, what did you think you were going to gain from attacking this one man? Because his name is known, because he was on TV, because he was gay, because he's black. What did that do other than make the whole Make America Great Again story look like shit? You guys look like ignorant fools. And all you've done is shown your cards. That's what you're for. And Donald Trump, what has he had to say about it? I don't know. What will he say about it? Probably nothing. But at the end of the day, people need to start thinking about love. Anyway, that's the end of this week's roundup of January, what we're talking about on Wednesday issues. I'll see you next week. We're going to jump into February. Bye.